Christmas. We love this time of year.
Yeah, wrapping presents, decorating the tree, and generally making merry.
And nothing beats a bit of Christmas home cooking shared with family and friends.
Delicious festive food for all occasions, packed with flavour and full of love. Ding dong merrily on high.
And we'll be joined by some familiar faces to get us all into the festive spirit.
Oh, my goodness.
That is preposterously wonderful.
Merry Christmas.
We'll also find out how to make someone's day with delicious homemade foodie gifts.
So, hang up your stockings, tweak your tinsel.
Turn on your fairy lights and relax. We're home for Christmas. It's Christmas Day. The presents are wrapped, the house is decorated, and the tree is lit.
Now, for a cook, it's the perfect time to show off. Everybody's looking forward to your Christmas dinner, so what do? Pull out all the stops.
Christmas makes memories, and with our suggestions for a spectacular lunch, the family will be talking about it for generations.
We're making delicious stuffed turkey legs and breast.
And a last-minute Christmas cake that will wow your visitors.
We're joined by Reverend Kate Botley, television's favourite vicar, and John Culshaw, and it turns into a bit of a houseful.
Welcome here to the Trump Harry Biker's Steakhouse and Cake Making Store. This is fantastic. You would not believe how great this cake is going to be. It's a great cake.
But first, how about replacing a classic mince pie with our version of an Austrian Linzer torte made with homemade mincemeat, homemade marzipan, and finished off with brandy cream? Giggy, I'll get on and make the marzipan.
And I'm going to zest 2 oranges.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Marzipan is dead simple. It basically consists of icing sugar, caster sugar, ground almonds, some almond extract, lemon juice and 2 eggs. And basically you mould it all together till you have a block of marzipan.
So for the sweet mincemeat, it's quite important that you do it in advance, because what you want to do is let all of those flavours mature. 2 weeks, you're laughing.
We've argued about mince pies, haven't we, over the years?
We have.
You see, I like them sealed. Perfect little rondelles of loveliness.
I, however, like them gushing out the top.
You know,
and a
they've got
bit
the
messy.
sticky brown bits, yeah.
Lovely.
But you know, Kingy, in the 17th century, Oliver Cromwell declared the eating of mincemeat on Christmas Day illegal. And it still is to this day. So every time you have your mince pie on Christmas Day, you're breaking the law.
Right, I now need to extract the juice.
To the icing sugar, some ground almonds and some caster sugar.
Oh, it's lovely, this, because you're now starting to get all of those lovely Christmas flavours through and
Oh,
smells.
you wait to get the almond extract out.
Oh.
Now, into the bowl, break 2 eggs. And we give that a quick whiz. Almond extract.
Oh.
And about a teaspoon of lemon. I pour the egg, the extract and the lemon juice into here. It's as simple as that.
Indeed. Now, in any good mincemeat, you need a Bramley apple. And what we're going to do is we're going to dice this nice and finely. So then we've got our plethora of ingredients ready to go into the pan.
Start to form this together. Now, I've just been squeezing this and it's become, well, a ball of marzipan. It's not really that smooth yet, so we put it onto a board, and just like bread dough, we just knead that. You know, when you bake bread, you use flour to stop the dough sticking. I've got my sifter full of icing sugar, and I'm using that the same way. Now, look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
Marzipan, all made with my own fair hands. Cover that in cling film, put that in the refrigerator till we're ready to use it.
For the mincemeat, put raisins, sultanas, dried figs, sour cherries and candied orange into a pan. Add orange juice, the zest, sherry and brandy. Bring to the boil, stir and leave for an hour. Add the apples, almonds, cinnamon, cardamom, nutmeg, brown sugar and suet. Heat gently until the suet is melted. cool and spoon into jars.
Mincemeat!
Yes, 2 weeks ago we did it because we're organised.
Right, so let's make our Linzer torte. The secret to the pastry is the almonds and butter. It's a devil to roll out, but we'll get on with it and we'll chill it down. For the pastry, whisk flour, almonds, caster sugar and butter. Add a pinch of salt and 1 egg and whiz again. Wrap the pastry in cling film and chill. And there we go. The almond pastry is done. And this is the traditional part of a Linzer torte. The Linzer torte, indeed, is possibly thought to be the world's oldest cake, pie or flan. Into the fridge.
Now, unfortunately, because we're organised, we have some chilled pastry and some chilled marzipan to work with.
Here we go, mate. And what about a third of this? Because I want to make, like, little ribbons for the top.
While Dave's doing that, quick top tip. We're going to roll the marzipan out for the base of Dave's flan tin. The best way to do it is between 2 sheets of greaseproof paper.
Now, while Si's rolling out the marzipan, I'm lining the tin with pastry. Now, I'm not bothering greasing the tin because I'm confident there's that much fat and grease in the pastry that, in fact, it's not going to stick. But, you know, Christmas is a time of indulgence, and the most indulgent thing about this is we put that disc of marzipan into the base of the tart. That is a beautifully lined tart tin with our Linzer torte almond pastry.
This is just about to go on the bottom. How lovely is that?
Whoa.
And then put this beautiful, beautiful homemade mincemeat, sweet mincemeat, and fill that beautiful pastry in.
Ooh. I'm just keeping this pastry as cold as I can. There we go.
Lovely.
Do a lovely twist like that.
And care has to be taken because it's Christmas and it's got to be perfect.
And one of the key words of Christmas is decorations. Are you a balls or tinsel man?
Balls.
Oh, I'm tinsel, me.
Balls and stars.
No, I'm tinsel. I'm cheap with Christmas decorations. I am the one who would have the Santa on a rope climbing up the outside of his house.
How many places have we been to where we've seen those? And like, I've got to tell you, those are the people that do it. Your electricity bills must be insane, but I've got to say, it looks great for the rest of us and we have a right giggle.
Yeah,
so
and it makes the world a happier, brighter place.
It definitely does.
Look at that. Like candy canes of joy. So we go this way. Oh. Right, I'm nearly finished here, but I think you'll find, ladies and gentlemen, that the finished effect on one's Linzer torte is truly worth the effort. Oh, it is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, and just, listen, I'll tell you what, a little tip here. Don't go too heavy-handed when you're glazing your Linzer torte because it's very, very delicate pastry, this.
Let's pop this now into a preheated oven, 180 degrees Celsius, for about half an hour, until your little bands of gold are bands of gold. See you later, Linzer tater. Brandy cream, dear heart?
Why not?
Some whipped cream, some brandy, and some icing sugar to stop the whole thing splitting. Look at that. Well, it's an old trick, but it's a good one. I'll tell you what, Si. The whole street is going to smell of Christmas now.
It certainly is.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it just?
Oh, Mr. King.
Right.
Oh.
There we go. A lovely slice. Oh, yeah.
Seems a shame to spoil it.
I don't know where to start.
Oh. This one's an absolute keeper. It's a mad invention, but it works.
Linzer torte, the perfect alternative to mince pies.
The other great thing about our Linzer torte is it makes a wonderful gift to give to your friends when you go around to visit. Now, home cook Vanessa Dennett has another wonderful creation. it's a Christmas wreath with a difference, which would also make a great present for anyone's home.
I think that the meringue wreath, although it might seem harder to wrap up and give as a present, so many of us have so much stuff and so little time that taking something that can actually make a beautiful centrepiece for the table and be enjoyed there and then is a really lovely way to give somebody a Christmas gift. I always will choose older eggs rather than very, very fresh eggs because as the whites age, they become a little bit thinner and runnier and they actually beat up better and hold the air well. It's also important to say at this point that all your equipment must be absolutely spotlessly clean, just to ensure that there is no grease or fat, as that will affect the way in which the whites beat, and we want them lovely and fluffy and full of air. You can add a little bit of vinegar and corn flour mixed together to a paste. And it just helps the inside of the meringue keep a little bit of chewy stickiness, which we like in our family anyway. I just drew around a plate so that I've got a good circular shape, and using a couple of spoons, I just will transfer the mixture. Then I will run the back of the spoon around the top of the mix to make an indentation, because that's where I'm going to put my cream in afterwards. Once it's cooked, you can then let it cool, and you can put it away for 2 or 3 weeks quite happily before you get it out to dress it. So it's really practical at a busy time of year to put together. So when you do want to come to eat it, I'm going to take some double cream, blackberries and raspberries and pomegranate seeds, because I think they look sort of Christmassy and jewel-like, and they'll be really pretty on the table. And then I've got some mint leaves that I'm just going to sort of place around the wreath just to give it a bit of greenery, like a real Christmas wreath. I think it's a beautiful dish to take somewhere if you've been asked to take a dessert with you. Somehow, meringue is a real celebratory food. In our family, at least, I think there's rarely a party without some sort of meringue dish. So for me, it always feels like a festive food.
Well, it is the big day, and for me, there is nothing better than turkey. And I don't think there's anybody better to share that turkey with us than the Reverend Kate Botley.
Hey!
Welcome to our little world of Christmas joy.
It's so festive and gorgeous.
It's like you, look at you.
Well, I did like to make an effort.
I tell you what, Reverend, you look fantastic.
Thank you very
and,
much.
and it's great for the big day that we all haven't got to forget actually what it's about. It's a Christian festival.
It is a Christian festival.
I think the thing is about Christmas Day, it's about family, it's about friends, and it's about food, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and it's about getting together, and everyone just seems a little bit nicer to each other on Christmas Day. Well, until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon when they all fall out over Monopoly.
Do you actually get Christmas Day off?
Well, I work Christmas Day morning, of course,
Yes.
and Christmas Eve's really busy.
And do you take Mass on Christmas Day
Yeah,
morning?
Christmas morning, we have champagne, though, in the cup on Christmas Day Mass.
You rebel.
I know, right? And I always wear my pyjamas under my robes so that at the end of the service, I can whip my robes off and get straight home, get on the cooking, and get on a nice glass of something as well.
Well, it is the big day, and for me, there is nothing better than turkey.
We're making delicious stuffed turkey legs and breast.
It's a way of doing the turkey a bit on the posh, but it's worth giving this a go.
What's not to love?
First, the stuffing.
Yes.
Some say, including me, it's the best bit.
I love the stuffing. Right,
I'm going to crumble chestnuts.
we've sautéed some onions in some butter, and they're cooled, ready to go into the stuffing as well. So I'm going to put those in now. Right, I'm going to peel a pear. You know, your parishioners, you know, since you're now quite famous. In fact, you're not quite famous, you are famous. And you know, what do your parishioners think?
I love my local church. I work at a place called St Saviour's, and they're a beautiful bunch of people. But
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of what they think now. We got a new kitchen at church recently,
Yeah.
and they wanted a celebrity to open it. They didn't have to ask out, did they? They just got me to do
wow.
it.
Oh,
so
that
there's
is-
a plaque on the church kitchen that says, "Opened by the Reverend Kate Botley." Look at that. You've done that before, haven't you?
Couple of times.
Were you always religious? Did the church always have a place in your heart?
No, do you know, it's a terrible story, really. I wasn't brought up going to church. I mean, I was christened as a baby like lots of people are, but we never went. And then I saw a boy at school that I quite liked the look of.
Yes.
And he happened to be the vicar's son. So I started going to church. I only went for a snog and I ended up with a dog collar. Completely true. I married him. Obviously, I married him. But yeah, our eyes met across a crowded communion rail.
Oh. Hey, I tell you what, that's good. Right, I'm going to add this lovely chopped conference pear. So, in the bowl, we've got some sausage meat, we've got some crumbled chestnuts, we've got a beautiful chopped conference pear, we've got some thyme, and we've got some onions sautéed in butter.
And now you've got a couple of dried apricots. To this, some allspice. Whenever you waft that over, it's Christmas.
Oh, feels so
lush.
festive.
Yeah.
Great.
We just need It's a Wonderful Life on the telly now and we're all set.
Yeah, no, those are our
don't.
favourites. Yeah.
And the zest of a lemon.
I've got some nutmeg here and just freshly grated.
Right, well, it's now get your hands in it and mix it up. Some salt and some pepper and give it its final little stir.
And now is the time that we need to get stuffed. I mean, Kate, people first got to know you on Gogglebox. How did it come about?
Well, it was an amazing thing. I do lots of weddings. I love doing weddings.
Yes.
It's one of the great joys of my job. And I had a lovely couple called Gary and Tracy who came to see me who wanted something just a little bit different. So I suggested that we did a flash mob, a dance. So I pronounced them husband and wife, and then the music starts, and I start dancing, they start dancing. And they put that on YouTube so that their friends who weren't at the wedding could see it, and that got 10 million hits on YouTube.
Wow!
Oh, it was so awkward. I remember when it went viral, and I had to phone the bishop and say, I'm really sorry, but I've done something. And he went, oh, what is it now? Sort of thing. But it was brilliant. And from that, Gogglebox saw that and then decided to ask us to be on it.
I've got to say, Dave and I are massive fans and you do a great job.
Thank you.
absolutely.
That's
Now, on that note,
Absolutely.
more TV.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
But tea is another one of your passions, isn't it, Kate?
I love a good brew. And that's just about the right colour, that.
That's see?
Like ink.
Oh, you take paint off that.
Right, mate.
Right. So, this is the leg which has been boned and flattened.
So, put our stuffing in. How's that, mate? Happy?
I think it looks fabulous. And now what you do is you take that side and roll it over. Take that side and roll it over. Use the skin like that. Now, slip it underneath. Oh, wow. I'll keep your hand there. Hope for the best.
It's like a turkey TARDIS. There's more on the inside than there is on the
Turkey
outside.
TARDIS. Little mini joint number one.
Lovely.
Now on to the breasts. And this one's a bit of a sandwich, much easier. Well, let's have lots of stuffing.
Absolutely. Bit more stuffing.
Oh, yes. Lovely.
In like Flynn. Right.
Look at that.
What's the worst Christmas present you've ever had?
Ooh, that's a good question. The worst Christmas present I ever got, I think, was some wet wipes. To be fair, it was from a parishioner,
Right.
and I don't think she really knew what they were. But the best thing I ever saw in a Christmas stall, or the worst, but also the best thing was we had kind of a Christmas bring and buy sale at church. And one of the older ladies bought what she thought was a purse. A Rudolph purse, she thought it was, with a little red nose on
Yes.
it. It was a posing pouch that she'd picked up from somewhere. And she brought that, and it went on the Christmas bring and buy stall.
No.
And we decided not to explain to her that it wasn't what she thought it was.
Oh, no.
In fact, the last parish I was in was a country parish. And the first day that I was in parish, there was a knock on the door. And it was one of the local farmers. And he went, "You vicar?" I said, "Yeah." And he handed me this carrier bag and I opened the carrier bag, and in the carrier bag was a rabbit with his skin on. And he sort of looked at me to see if I'd flinch. And I went, "Oh, thanks ever so much. When I've done it, do you want me to bring you some stew or something?" And he went, aye, like that. And apparently he went straight into the pub in the village and went, she'll be all right, her.
Oh, brilliant.
It was like a test. Being a rural, my last parishes that were rural, you know, you'd open the front door and there'd be a brace of pheasants or
Yes.
a big bag of potatoes.
How
Those were your
lush.
Christmas gifts, you
Yes.
know.
Well, that's nice, how
absolutely.
lovely.
Should we make some stuffing balls?
Yes, let's. It's very nice having 2 people cooking for me. It's usually
Well-
me that does this.
Yeah, but you deserve it because you're great.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get brownie points with God. Yes. I need all the help I can get.
I'll try and put a word in.
Would you mind?
Yeah, of course.
You know, it must be really busy for you on Christmas Day, is it?
To be honest with you, on Christmas Day, we sort of like to get the service done as quickly as we possibly can. So it's communion, carols, bit of a sermon, let's get out of there. Because everybody wants to get home, everybody wants to get back to the dinner.
Sure.
So we have a couple of carols, the kids bring their toys to show, you know, we have communion together and it's lovely, but it is under an hour.
Well, you know, this way of cooking turkey could be the one for you.
Well, I think that because, you know, I normally have to get up really early on Christmas Day to make sure that my Christmas is ready so that I can get to church and stuff. But I don't think this takes very
could
long.
prep this on Christmas Eve because that'll only need to go in the oven now for about 45 to 50 minutes and then it's done. And it's guaranteed super juicy.
I'll just put
Oh,
some
you
butter
naughty man.
on the breast just to keep that as moist as we can possibly make it.
Christmas Day is that day where you can be a little bit naughty with what you eat, though, can't
Oh,
you?
yes.
Definitely.
For perfect roast potatoes, peel the potatoes, bring to the boil and simmer for just a few minutes.
Drain and shake in the pan or colander to roughen the edges. Sprinkle with polenta, salt and pepper.
Carefully pour the potatoes into a roasting tin with sizzling fat and roast until golden. The turkey's roasted and it's been resting for about 20 minutes, so I think we can make the gravy.
Oh, yes.
First, strain the juices. The fat and that really rich stock there, I'm going to use to make my roux. So I've got the flour, I put it in there. So I want to cook the flouriness out of it.
Now, some of the turkey stock that we have here, I'm just going to put on the bottom of this tin. And we want all of that into our gravy. And pour all of that in.
Beautiful. I want to work this roux into the gravy and start adding the stock.
Right, bread sauce is on. I'm going to reheat the sprouts and pancetta. Beautiful.
So on Christmas Day, do you allow the others to come in the kitchen and help?
I do, but they have to do as they're told.
Perfect.
And it's the only time of year when the hostess trolley gets used, of course.
The hostess trolley. Is it still alive in Yorkshire?
Just about the hostess trolley. I love a hostess trolley.
Do you have any kind of unique Christmas traditions at your house, Kate?
Well, we don't open the presents until after dinner. You have to wait, but you are allowed to open one present when you get in from church on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
So you're allowed to open one present and you can take that present to church with you in the morning to show everybody, which is fine if you're getting something that you can show. But, you know, I got underwear last year and that didn't work at all.
No, it wasn't.
The other tradition we have is, you know, when you have your nativity scene with your little statues in,
Yeah.
you can't put the baby Jesus in his manger until Christmas Day.
Oh, no.
So he has to hide in the fruit bowl until Christmas Day.
Need some salt.
And every year I make all my own Christmas cards, make about 250 Christmas cards,
Do
and send
you
those
really?
out, yeah. And once you've started that tradition of making your own Christmas cards, you can't stop because people say to you all through the year, we're looking forward to your card. So you've sort of made a rod for your own back there,
You
really.
definitely have. You haven't. You don't make life easy for yourself, do you?
So is Christmas your favourite time of the year? Do you prefer
Yeah,
it to
I love
Easter?
No, I can't say I prefer it to Easter. Easter's an amazing time as well, but I do love, especially after Christmas Day, so that sort of, you know, when you've done the church, you've done the dinner, and that sitting down, there's that moment, isn't it, on Christmas Day afternoon where you go, oh, like that.
Yes.
I love that. In fact, I can already feel it. I can already feel that moment's coming, and it's that moment when you just go, that's it. We can all settle down now in front of the fire. You know, we've eaten, we've had
Yes.
something to drink, we've done church, there's a little bit of time off. The only time that doesn't work is that if Boxing Day is a Sunday, because then you have to go back
Right.
out on the Sunday morning to
course.
church.
Well, I think your Christmas dinner is about to come a little bit early this year. Right. Roasties.
Best bit.
Beautiful, Mr. Myers.
And the beauty of this is you can have some of the breast meat and some of the leg meat. No bones, no sinew, nothing nasty.
What would you like?
I'll
bit
have
of
a bit of both, please, yeah.
I knew you were going to say that. There we go. And let me do one more. How are we doing so far, Kate?
It's great. That's a good Yorkshire portion of meat there.
You see, well, that's why I wasn't going anywhere near any southern portions, you know. Oh, no.
This is such a treat having someone else cooking Christmas dinner for me.
Now, as is Christmas tradition
Yeah.
in the King and Myers household, you put the gravy on yourself.
And then can I keep the rest to dip my bread in later?
Yeah?
Should we save Grace?
Oh, I'd love to.
Go on, then.
For friends, family and food, we are thankful and grateful. God bless us each and every one, and a Merry Christmas all.
Merry Christmas and cheers.
Cheers.
Now, if I bless the whole thing, we have to drink it all, because once it's consecrated, you have to finish it.
Crack on, Kate. Right, please dig in, Kate.
Are you
See what
sure?
think. Yes, of
especially
course.
we want to know what you think about the turkey.
So, right, OK.
The gravy's not bad either, is it?
It's really good. Are you going to have some?
Oh, come on.
Right, let's
Come on,
have a go.
dig in. I'll fight you for it. I'll
Go on,
fight
no,
you for that dark meat. No, I'm
you-
kidding.
I'll cut that, Kate. Then you can have a go.
Well done.
Thank you.
Happy?
It's a meal fit for Jesus himself, I would say.
Stuffed rolled turkey breast and legs. A spectacular way to celebrate Christmas. For me, the best presents are homemade ones, you know, chutneys and jams. But Joe Ingleby has got a great alternative to those, a Spanish-inspired gift called membrillo.
You don't have to be Spanish to enjoy membrillo at Christmas, absolutely not. So it looks a bit like jelly. It's quite a dark red, winey colour, and it's traditionally served with cheeses, particularly with manchego cheese, which is everywhere in Spain. It's got the flavour, just the subtle flavour of quince, which is quite aromatic, and it's using fresh quinces, which are quite an unusual fruit. They grow in England, so you can use fresh ones if you have them, or you get the really big, fat quinces from Middle Eastern shops. So my own Christmas twist to this is to add an ingredient that they wouldn't use in Spain, but it brings a kind of Mexican feel to your membrillo. So that's using a dried chipotle chili, which is actually a jalapeno chili that's been smoked and dried. So it's got a lovely, rich, smoky flavour. I'm not trying to make spicy membrillo here. I just want that kind of background flavour of smokiness. Oh, that really smells of Christmas. It's kind of open fires and, you know, a little bit of warmth. It's quite a kind of cosy feeling as well when you eat it. If you want to get a really, really pristine kind of perfect membrillo, you can then pass your puree through a sieve, or you can just leave it a little bit rustic. Today I'm going with the rustic. You will probably have a slightly speckled look to your membrillo, but that's fine. It's still going to taste delicious. Even on a low temperature, your membrillo will start to splutter. So just be aware of that. I tend to have a lid on standby that can go on top of the saucepan, just so that you don't get splashed when you're cooking, because if you do, it is very, very hot. There's something really magical about quinces. When you cook them, especially when you cook them slowly, they start to change colour. And the longer you leave it, the darker it gets. So once the magical wine colour has appeared, you're basically done. It needs to be in a cool place and it should set overnight. I've done mine with some cellophane and also some decorative tissue paper. I'm going to give this to everybody this Christmas. So all friends and family are going to get some membrillo, and they probably get some cheese to go along with it.
Our brilliant guest today, well, he was expected, but he may have brought some unexpected guests with him. John Culshaw.
Hey. Nice to see you.
Merry Christmas, John.
Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas to you too.
So do you like Christmas?
It's a wonderful time of year. I always call it the time of year where you restore your factory settings. And I love to go home, shut the door, and for two weeks or whatever the amount of time, just do nothing.
It's
just
great.
do nothing.
We've got a bit of a surprise for you, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to make a Christmas cake.
Don't you have to make your Christmas cakes in September, Si?
No, not with this one, Dave. You see what he did there? Was good, that one. Not with this one, because it's a relatively quick one.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zest an orange, a lemon and a lime.
I am going to cream together some butter and some sugar.
That's splendid, isn't it? Look at that, all
There
that
is
butter and sugar, the greatest things in this
ever.
world. Getting the aroma now, that sugary, buttery aroma.
I'm going to add 4 eggs.
So what was Christmas like when you were a child, John?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was just very... I remember the K's catalogue. Do you remember the K's catalogue?
Yes.
And you sort of sensed that, you know, there was potential here. You may receive some of these things at Christmas.
Yeah.
It's on its way.
Yeah.
Santa's coming, yeah. And what do you do? What traditions do you maintain?
I always have a tradition whereby from Christmas Eve to New Year's Day, you're allowed to have chocolates for breakfast.
Brilliant.
But I just love the sense of doing absolutely nothing. And I love that time of the day, you know, the late afternoon, winter sunsets, when the stars start to come out. It's just wonderful to get out into that.
Fab. Now I'm going to add our spices. So we have cinnamon, mace, allspice, nutmeg and cloves, and a little bit of cardamom. There we go.
Oh, splendid.
And then we're going to take the juice of an orange and the flour. And then we add some ground almonds. And this little beauty. This is orange blossom water. Have a smell. And it just gives...
You don't want to cook with it, you can dab it behind your ears.
Exactly. So, and that's the basic mix.
But there isn't that much of it, is there?
No.
And that's the thing with Christmas cake. This is what you want in it. Basically, I've got the zest of my orange, my lemon and my lime. It's quite nice, isn't it? Now,
It's all your 5 a day in one glorious cake mix.
You got 15 in this one, John. And I've got some dried apricots, currants, raisins, and sultanas. The inevitable glacé cherries, orange and lemon candied peel. And now this is something we always do in a fruit cake, dried pineapple. And our nut of choice for this cake is cashew nuts. So we give this a stir, and then, again, to continue with our almost kind of tropical theme, using 100 millilitres of white rum.
Oh, yes. When did you start to do impressions then, John?
I think it was probably, a big part of it was watching Mike Yarwood's Christmas shows.
Yes.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It was wonderful watching Mike, and the wonderful, ingenious thing about Mike is he was the first big-time TV impressionist.
Yes.
And the way he was so smart to understand the multi-cameras and the split screen. So, oh, you're held up. Oh, they're held over in this camera. And he just had that so smart.
Yes.
And probably a repeat of the Scarlet Night.
Yeah.
With Sir Patrick Moore, who I found very, very captivating, very, very fascinating indeed, speaking very, very quickly, and one eye open, slightly more than the other. So I think, yes, that's probably teed things off as well.
There's something about what you do and how you deliver it is absolutely hilarious, and it is so precise, though.
Do you watch videos of people and then look at yourself in the mirror, or how does it you evolve?
It's, you do watch videos over and over again. You know, just download a clip onto the tablet and just watch it over and over again. If you listen over and over again to something.
Yes.
And your habits like in your mind, like Ozzy Osbourne, I'm imagining Ozzy Osbourne now, you know. Yeah, that sort of like little wobble that he does. It just sort of like puts you in a good mood, you know.
And you just see
So
the people
accurate.
and play it out there.
Is there a science to it, do you think?
Yeah, I think there is. You're looking for the aspects of someone's voice or their mannerisms which are funny. You want to know which bits to exaggerate to find the humour. You want to look for the little nuances and foibles that perhaps people don't realise they've noticed. And then you get a lovely element of surprise with that.
One of my favourites is Professor Brian Cox, who has this very specific delivery, sometimes a word at a time like that, to explain the concepts. And our cake is very much like the laws of physics which bind the galaxy together. If the fruit over there represents the stars and the planets and the planet-forming regions, then this represents the dark matter and dark energy that will bind the galaxy, like, together.
Like together.
It's like being with Coxie, isn't it? It's bizarre.
We've got a house full.
But it's your mannerisms as well, though. It just draws you straight in. It's fabulous.
Well, yes, I think the greatest one of those is probably the Donald. It's probably the Donald. Welcome here to the Trump Harry Biker Steakhouse and Cake Making Store. This is fantastic. You would not believe how great this cake is going to be. It's a great cake. It's so fantastic. It's absolutely great.
His mannerisms like that. Look at that. That's quite glorious.
It is. Look at the colours. And now we're just going to fold it in.
On cookery programmes, they always say, prepare your cake tin. Well, we've done this, but we want to show you how. It's a normal cake tin. We've greased the bottom with some butter and cut a disc of baking parchment that fits the bottom of that tin.
Yeah.
Now it needs what I liken to a chef's hat. And what it does is it stops the top of the cake from burning, because this cake is going to be in the oven for about 3 hours.
I have to say, this is a heavy mix. There we go.
Now, this needs to go into a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. After the hour, turn it down to 150 degrees Celsius. See you later.
So, John, when do you exchange presents?
I think we have lunch and then just sort of sit back in that beautiful zonked out state,
Yeah.
which I think that's one of life's little luxuries.
Lovely.
I feel like that now.
Well, funny, because this is the perfect time then, because we've got a little something for you.
Thank you. I'm very touched. I'm very
And
touched.
thank you for coming on the show.
I'm opening the paper very carefully so it can be reused.
Are you one of those? You are not. Oh, John! Come on, man.
Oh.
There we are. Now, that is quite magnificent. Christmas, of course, at the height of the astronomy season. And through those, yes, very marvellous. We can see the Pleiades quite clearly. Very faint with the naked eye, but put the binoculars on them and you will see the richness of it. Quite magnificent.
It's well known, John, that you have a love of astronomy.
Yes.
When you're with Brian Cox on the programmes, do you find yourself inadvertently impersonating him?
At times.
I think he finds it quite fascinating to see, you know, the vocal patterns that we have.
There was one time he said,
Yeah, I see you doing this with your hand. I've stopped doing it now.
Of all your impressions, which one is it you think that brought you to fame?
I suppose it might have been William Hague.
That was quite notorious. Yes.
I was working with Steve Penk at the time over on Capital Radio, and we were talking about a new William Hague impression and talking that, well, we might as well phone Downing Street. So Steve got the number of the Cabinet Office from Directory Inquiries, just like that. The idea of the joke was meant to be Hague would say, yes, could I speak to the Prime Minister? And someone would say, no, go away, just stop wasting our time. Well, am I not important enough? This is an outrage. But the very helpful lady said, yes, who is it, please? Yes, it's William Hague. Oh, just a moment, we'll go and fetch the Prime Minister. He appeared on the line. Yep, hello, you know, you know, that unmistakable sort of voice, you know, always with a grin there. And I think what's important is, you know, your body language stiffens and your face becomes, you know, a little bit like the Joker, and then your body language sort of takes on the form of C-3PO. In the press at the time, Blair had always said, you know, let's be informal, you know, just call me Tony. But William Hague wouldn't go along with that. Rather sardonically, addressed him as Prime Minister. So when on this call, I said, you're right, Tony. You know, he knew something was up, but he played along good-naturedly.
Hey, gosh.
It's about time we did the cake and took it out of the oven?
Oh,
I think so.
Should we?
yeah, come on. I can't wait to see that. Let's have a look. It's looking in good form.
Excellent.
It's looking in very good form from here.
Ta-da!
Oh, look.
The cake is in the house.
Because it's Christmas, we have to make an effort, don't we?
We
mate?
do.
We do. What we've got in here is apricot jam. We're going to melt it down, and then...
We're going to apply marzipan. Flip your cake, and we put the marzipan on that side.
flat surface. This is our apricot jam, nice and liquid. And this is the glue that's going to stick our wonderful marzipan to our lovely Christmas cake. And all you do is that. There we go. And there is our cake ready to receive its lovely winter coat.
We've bought ready-rolled marzipan. Look at that.
Oh, I think it's going to work,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, look at that.
It is, and we just mould that down with your hands. Look how smooth that is. We'll cut this round here. Mr. King, make it beautiful. Oh, it's beginning to sizzle.
The force will be with you always.
Thank you, John.
Now, over here, we've got all manner of decorations. We've got the ubiquitous sprig of holly. That's a good bit.
Oh, nice.
That'll do. But we're just going to use those as like almost Christmas decorations on the cake. Should we start with this? Where?
Yeah. Just push it in so it stays in place.
I'll put that there so it's...
Oh, that's nice, Dave. Just that, actually.
Yeah.
Looks lovely.
Because it is a spiced Christmas cake, so we want to give that idea of spice.
Yeah.
But just to finish that little coronet. I think, do you think that's enough sight?
I certainly do.
Yes.
A work of art, that.
Well, that is our last-minute spiced Christmas cake, John.
That is wonderful. That is, what a work of art that is.
Well, it's as much for eating as decoration.
Absolutely.
Go on, Kingy, let's have a slice.
Are we allowed to now?
Yes, we are.
Waited for this.
Let's go here.
Got just the right amount of resistance, isn't it, the cake? It sort of fights back a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness
yes, look at that.
gracious.
Oh, it's a good looker.
Right, come on, let's go.
May I? My mother used to say it was almost too nice to cut.
What do you reckon? Good?
Oh.
I think this is a wonderful cake. It's so beautiful. It was so wonderful to witness how you made it. And the marzipan, I'm going to use it as my hair for when it's raining. And that's going to be so fantastic. You would not believe how great that cake is. It's a great cake. It's fantastic. I love how you did that. That is fantastic.
Last minute Christmas cake. Rich, fruity, and spectacular.
Cheers, John.
John, a very,
Merry Christmas to you.
Christmas. Cheers to you. Thank you for having me.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.